Uno momento while I try to find it again.
I'm 22. Don't you love being older than 22?
Yeah, 29 is go-to beautiful for me.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, that's what I said. It sounded fine from before.
No, but I think it's actually connected now. Don't you think?
Oh, I have no idea. I can't tell the difference.
It sounded good.
Yeah, it sounded good.
Okay,
Hi,
we're
folks.
back.
Third time.
Oh my God, I love being 30.
Third time is a charm. TikTok, please do not bump us. We are, in fact, significantly over 18 years of age.
Okay, you're significantly. I'm just over. I'm 22. 2. She's
ancient.
9.
Good gravy.
29 and 22.
Yeah, now I've completely lost my train of thought because we've already tried this twice.
That was annoying.
We lost a lot of our intro from before. So let's try that again. Shalom, shalom. Welcome to My Aunt's Attic.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Welcome back
for a lot of the first timers. So I'm Danielle.
I'm Mary Grace.
And off screen over there is Mary Grace's sister.
She's chewing. I don't know if you can even hear her.
She's eating pierogies. I keep turning off my phone. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So this is our podcast. We're professionals.
We've been doing this for 3 years?
3 years. Almost 3. 2.5.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah. We are seasoned professionals, even though our rig here is leaves much to be desired.
I'm like behind this. We decided it's time to get serious. It's time to get serious. We've been doing this for 3 years and we don't have any follower retention or anything. So
Jeffrey Ingram joined.
Welcome.
I don't know how. So this is how bad I am. The whole TikTok thing, I don't do anything on TikTok. So I don't actually know how.
Oh, by the way, I love being 22.
29 is also pretty awesome. Please don't bump us again.
I'm so scared that it's going to take it away. Anyway, they listen to everything. They're everywhere.
It's even saying, welcome to TikTok Live. Creators must be 18 or older to go live. Viewers must be 18 or older to recharge and send gifts. Remember to follow our community guidelines.
I'm 22.
We are following guidelines.
I'm 22.
I'm 29.
She's 29.
29.
We're adults.
Oh my gosh. We are so professional here.
I wish you could have seen the pose that she did right before.
She's like, she did it for it.
She's 19.
Yeah, we are all full-fledged adults here. Please don't bump us.
I love being an adult. I love paying taxes. I love going to my job, and I love being an adult, and I love being 22. Don't you love being 29?
22.
I am not feeling 22.
No? Why not?
I don't really like that song.
I don't either. That's because ADHD at its finest. You can't help but sing. And
the older I get with every year, because I'm very old, I don't know if I mentioned I'm 22. The older I get, each year has been more stressful, and that song is about how great it is and how fun it is to be 22, how carefree. And that's the opposite of how I feel.
Yeah, no.
Everything will be all right if
at 29 years old.
We just keep dancing.
At 29, I still have yet to get a house, so that's my next object in life.
That's not your fault. That's the fault of the state of our country.
Yeah.
I don't know if TikTok wants to.
Oh gosh. But no, here at 29, yeah, I'm still actually it's an amazing thing being 29. I have come to realize that all adults are just, who knows what's happening. It's a day by day. Let's see what happens, and we're trying to make the most of it. We're both primping and prepping our hair. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I just keep looking, and I kind of look like dust ball.
Accurate.
Yeah.
And folks, I'm looking down at my phone because I'm monitoring, and it lags, and it's funny. And I don't know. This is
don't do that.
I don't know how to human. Anyway,
so we're podcasters. We've been doing podcasts for a long time. We decided it's time to get serious, so that's why we're here on TikTok Live to embarrass ourselves for all of you, whoever's here.
Welcome. Can find our sent a TikTok universe to. You should be the one monitoring this.
I don't know.
You know more about this. I don't know what that was, but thank you. Maybe. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know. We'll get better at this, and I'll actually properly shout people out. What were we about to say, though?
I love being 22.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, 29.
I hate it.
But we've been doing this for quite a long time, and it just kind of started as something that we were doing when we were in school together with another group of people.
In college, by the way. in university.
And we just really fell in love with it. And so once school ended and the group that we were with, it didn't continue. So me and Mary Grace got together and started this one. We also bonded. We already went over this in the first time we tried to go live.
Yes, but
Yeah. Yeah. And it bumped us incorrectly.
And we don't have that footage, so hopefully we'll have this footage.
Yeah. So we are reiterating some of that before, but we met at school. We're doing a podcast. We also bonded a little bit more over our love of the Basement Yard. And so we were like, let's do our own ridiculous version of our podcast that we like. Together.
Yes, it's heavily inspired by, but honestly not heavily influenced by.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't really watch it anymore. I do pay monthly for their Patreon. Oh, it's telling us we can swipe that way if we don't want to see the comments. I'm indifferent.
But I like comments.
Yeah.
Please comment, folks. We like that.
I haven't watched The Basement Yard in a while. I have been watching Out of Character, the Out of Character podcast. If you know, you know.
I haven't been hardly watching anything. I've been on a reading kick, so that's totally opposite.
You are a reading kick.
I am.
You're always on a reading kick.
Always. But yeah, no. I keep mumbling.
It's okay.
I'm right back to mumbling. So hopefully
okay.
this
We're
is still picking it
noobs.
up.
We're noobs. Well, we are 22 and 29. So although we are new to TikTok Live, we are not new to life. Actually, we're very familiar with it.
Yeah. So now that they kind of, yeah. And as far as the title of My Aunt's Attic, for anybody confused, this is not an antiquing show or something.
Do people think?
I don't know. I have no idea. I think there was another podcast or a YouTube channel or something about some attic or whatever, and it's more of like antiquing. We're not. The My Aunt's Attic thing was just kind of a meeting point between our two houses, and we were going to record this in my aunt's attic, where it's a room that we call the man cave. Which let's start a new podcast.
We said before how funny would it be if we had a podcast called The Man Cave.
And
I think that would be great. I'd be like if like me, you, Kendra, who is 21.
She is now
22.
When was her birthday? Is she 22
I don't know.
Yeah, she's 22.
But that would be fun to do. Like, or we just title an episode called The Man Cave, and it's just like me, you, Kendra, Natalie.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Let's do that.
All right.
Okay.
Coming soon to a podcast near you is going to be...
Or just a bunch of ladies start a podcast called The Man Cave. I think that'd be so funny and so awesome. Such a good name. I love a good podcast name.
Yeah. But yeah, My Aunt's Attic was just going to be where we were going to record it. Kind of similar to what like the Basement Yard did, was like they were recording in what they called the basement.
The Basement Yard.
But anyway, that's kind of our origin story. But either way, switching gears a little bit, I am really upset that I forgot my carbonated beverage.
I was going to say something when you
I was going to feature that. If nobody knows, on all of the podcast episodes, you'll probably hear me belch like a trucker at least once because I drink this carbonated water that I'm obsessed with.
Or just any water makes you burp, but yeah. Yeah,
if I drink water fast enough, it's going to happen. But yeah, the carbonated stuff really gets to me, and it's every time. Somebody please go through. We had talked about it before.
Somebody make a compilation of all of Danielle's burps.
That'd be great.
There's at least one an episode. Honestly, on average, I'd say 2 an episode.
Probably. It'd be great if someone could do that. I would be really honored. I would.
And it's really funny because you'll feel it coming up,
and I'll try to like turn
and pull away, but then you turn back and burp right into the mic. I hope that we don't switch mics ever because it's right in my mouth right now.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I really don't care.
That was foul.
I'm just kidding. I don't care. But imagine like you burp right into it and then I get that mic next week.
Hey,
I'm just like,
Man Cave for the win. Zoe, thank you.
Zoe's my friend. Thanks, Zoe.
Okay, cool. Very cool. That was fun. I don't know what to do with myself.
Man Cave for the win.
My hands. Where are we going from here? I need that.
Oh,
drag.
when you came in, my mom was like, "Do you want something to drink? Like, do you want water?" And I was like, "Do you want a carbonated water?" We don't have one, but I just figured you'd want one.
We're gonna go run to the store just so I can impress everybody with my trucker belching skills. It's rather impressive.
I burp. I can burp on command, but I just don't do it on the pod.
Because you're a lady. I am not.
Obviously not. I look like, what did I say? I look like a dust bunny? No, I said
a dust ball.
A dust
you
ball.
Said a dust
I look
ball.
like a hairball.
Nah.
Whatever.
You're fine.
Thanks. I went to school today. Cut me a slack.
Oh, yeah, that's true. How's that?
Awful.
Cool. We're doing good.
I really want the footage
Hey.
from this.
Throwback.
Okay. Wait. I just want to say really quick that I'm 22 and she's 29.
Good stuff.
Was that
That's
the
all.
throwback?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Remember when we first when we
We
first
say
started
good
that
stuff
podcast?
all the time.
Check out the first couple episodes. Like I said, you can find our podcast pretty much anywhere that you get your podcast from. It's
Anywhere.
yeah, it's all audio.
Check it out.
This is like I said, our first video,
And this is going to be on YouTube. So if you want to be on YouTube, say something crazy in the comments.
be featured on YouTube. But yeah, some of our first episodes when we were first getting used to the new rhythm of this podcast, I don't know, nervously just kept saying, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
just
good
to
stuff.
fill awkward voids. Good stuff.
And we've gotten better because we don't say it anymore.
Yeah, no, that's a throwback. It was good stuff, and there was one other catchphrase that I had. Now I can't remember what it was.
Oh yeah. I know what you mean. I don't know what it is either.
Yeah, there was one other thing.
That's gonna
Mm.
bother me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play that back. Gonna have to revisit some of the old.
I do not want to revisit an old episode.
Those were rough in the first place. Because
Sure.
I used to actually listen through all of our episodes. I find us hilarious, so hopefully other people do as well.
Listen, if you need a new podcast to binge, we have almost 80 episodes. It'll be 80. We've got it lined up for the next couple weeks. We've got like 80 episodes for you to listen to. And if you are like me and you don't like to sit and watch something, you just like to put it in your earbud and like do your laundry or whatever, or I don't know, eat.
Yeah, you can really
You
truly
can do that because they're audio only up until right now. So,
Yeah,
and this will be audio only too. It'll be on Spotify if you need it. So
yeah, we are
check it out.
truly on the go kind of podcast for you.
We do poop. We do burps. We do farts.
The amount of time we talk about that nonsense is.
Sometimes we do booger. Sometimes we do spit. Sometimes.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to do another.
I'm
live.
22, by the way. She's 29.
We're gonna have to go and do another one of these so I can feature my snot rag blankie at some point.
Oh yes, she normally has a
Mhm.
blankie. It's little. Not even a. It's not even a blanket.
It's not.
It's
It's a scrap of
2x2
fabric.
piece of cloth. It's a handkerchief.
3x3. It's 3x3. Thank you very much. I fold it in a triangle and then I have it like wrapped around my neck all the time.
I'm honestly impressed that I was as close as I was.
And it is a light green color, and it's a snot rag.
No, it's the color of snot.
I just curl up with it. No, it's not just the color of snot rag. You've seen it happen. I start laughing. I start tearing up. I
and
start
she
crying.
wipes it, and then
and then
she
my
wears
nose
it.
starts running. And so I'm just like, it's a snot rag.
We're gross.
We are.
This is not a girly. Nah, if you thought you were coming here for like the beauty tips, maybe from her,
No.
we're gross on here.
It's pretty foul. No, I remember telling you at one point that when I was on vacation with my family, I had left my blankie like draped over like the back of the couch at one point. All my family was down at the beach, and then I came back up to grab something or other, and I saw my grandma sitting on the couch, and she was like covered
It's gonna
up.
kill her.
Yeah. She was like
Ow,
covered up
just
with
hit
my
my chin.
3x3 little blankie, and I was like, you don't want to be touching that. And she's like, and then she actually, just because she thought I meant you don't want to be touching that because like I didn't want her touching it. It was like, no, like she did something, like she put it over her head. I'm like, oh no, I mean like you really don't want to touch that. That's disgusting.
It's a biohazard.
She put it over her head. I'm like, there are diseases unknown to man currently living in that thing. You should,
It's gonna form new life or something. It's gonna like
Yeah.
take on a soul.
Did you ever watch Ned's Declassified School Survival?
Yes,
Guide?
we've talked. Have we not talked about it?
I think we probably have. But do
I
you
love
remember the
Ned's
one
Declassified.
episode that some kind of lunch something like crawled away? That's gonna be my blankie.
Intro. It's in the intro song.
Is it?
I swear.
Yeah, some kind of like purple lunch cafeteria. goo or
There's a
something.
clip of it in the intro song of it's like the cafeteria tray and then it crawls off of
Yeah, that's gonna be my
I
blankie.
loved that show.
I do too.
I love Mose
Yeah.
because she is me. She's just she's like I just said, she's gross. She's got guy friends. She's not girly. I'm like, I love her.
Yeah. No,
She's so cute.
I adored that show. That was a good
love
one.
that show.
What else is
Now I
going
got
on
the
this
theme
week?
song stuck in my head. I was gonna say something about Ned's Declassified.
Oh, you should do that.
I don't remember what it was. I love that show though. I was rewatching it a couple weeks ago. Probably last year.
Do y'all do weddings?
Who said that?
No,
We can.
we absolutely can. I don't know how much they'd appreciate.
Oh my
that.
god! I think I would actually pay. Would you not maybe pay the Basement Yard guys to like come and do a live podcast at our wedding?
100%.
Because we're gonna get married. I don't know
Yeah.
If anybody knows.
Yeah. It's going to happen.
But we've decided that we want exactly the same wedding as each other, so we just decided why not get married.
Yeah. Because I'm never going to get married, but I want to throw a wedding. So why not just have the joint wedding?
Unfortunately for you, I will not be able to provide anything.
Financially?
Financially.
Are you going to be a burden on this marriage?
No. I'm just not going to bring... I'm not bringing much to the table. Sorry.
Well, then you can at least
I like to do
set the
crafts.
table.
I like arts and crafts.
Oh my gosh.
I can make you like a popsicle stick. Not a house out of them or anything. I'll just give you one. I can eat a popsicle. I'll give you the stick.
Oh,
if it has a joke on it, I'll tell it to you too.
Perfect. We're just lining up jokes for then the next time we have a podcast. This is ridiculous.
Do you know?
My gosh.
I don't know if it's too soon to. I don't even know how long it's been. I've got no sense of time now that we're doing this way.
It's been 22 years for her and 29 years for me.
I'm 22. She's 29.
Mm-hmm.
We're old.
We are well above the age to be doing a TikTok live, so please do not bump us again. I'm still sad about that.
We're well above the age in a different sense of like we're too old to be on TikTok at all. Like we should get lives, but whatever.
Yeah. Do I don't want to. Darn it.
What?
I had a list of things that I want to talk about because I can't remember off the top of my head.
You can look at it. You don't need a moment. It's all right.
Are we okay?
We can go back. You can go back to it.
That's true. Okay. I have to have a list of things. I cannot recall anything. You would not believe. I've gone to the grocery store like 3 separate times and I have forgotten eggs every single time.
Is this becoming a meme about the price of eggs?
No.
Somebody
What?
who's in the loop. There's been like a meme about like eggs being expensive.
Though, is this what we do best? I think there's probably. I don't know if anybody else would claim that we're the best at this, but you know what? I think we're the best at this. So, we're going. Okay.
We're definitely better than a lot of people.
I don't watch enough to be able to actually have a legitimate opinion on that. But shalom. Welcome to my aunt's attic.
Welcome to the video.
To the first legitimate podcast video for my aunt's attic.
Let's complain about TikTok.
Yeah. So we tried 3 separate times to go live and we're here instead, which is not a problem, but it's still a little bit annoying. So
I don't hear you.
My bad.
Bring it up.
It's dropping. There it is.
Why is it dropping?
I don't know.
Are you in here good?
I have no idea.
Good. Get in there good. In here.
Yummy. No, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Go the other way.
That would be loosening it. That's a little bit better.
Bend the elbow.
Then it goes.
Yeah.
No, it goes down when I do that.
What?
Shut up. What are we doing?
Like right here. I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
Ish.
Check 1, check 2. What do I know?
Whoa!
I'm on top of you. I can hear myself in my ear.
No, that's good. That's better.
I could hear myself the whole time in my ear.
But you're also in your head.
No, but in my ear.
Okay. Then it's good. I just want to make sure.
You are in shadow and I am in some kind of pale natural light. I look like death.
But look, I've got like the light of Jesus behind me.
Yeah, you've got the good orange light. I've got death.
You do not look pale.
I mean, I am pale, but I don't need to look it.
You don't
I'm
look
glowing
pale.
over here.
It doesn't even matter.
Nobody's going to watch it.
I would say that no one's going to watch it, but a lot of people joined our live.
Yeah, we had a substantial amount. So the fact that we kept getting kicked off because of our ages, apparently, I'm 29.
I'm 22.
So there's really no reason that we should have got kicked off 3 separate times.
Which we reiterated so many times. I mean, you guys will see. We'll post it if it's not already part of this. But
yeah.
So I'm banned off TikTok Live for 5 years.
We're appealing that, obviously.
I've appealed it. Oh my god, I had to like take a photo with my ID. I'm holding it, and I'm like, do I smile? So I didn't. I'm just like,
like the awkward passport photos.
Yeah, I've never taken a passport before. I don't have a passport.
I feel like though that whole take a picture with your ID kind of thing should have happened beforehand anyway to establish
before going
yourself
live.
Yeah.
Why even go through the hassle of like you can go live, but you actually can't? Like, let's just make sure I can, and then I can.
Yeah, I feel like it's weird that they would allow you to even attempt to go live without having that verification first, if that's what they needed.
Yeah.
And so the whole setup was TikTok is testing my patience.
That was so. It feels rude. It's like
I'm like, who is the one judging?
taunting me.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like because didn't whoever owns it or whatever said that they look through and if they see somebody who obviously looks underage, they kick the account.
Who's judging?
Who's judging that? Because I don't think we look under 18.
I want to meet you. Flattered. I hate you.
So aggressive. So
Oh, she's like behind. They'll never even know.
they'll never know
There's a dog sitting right behind our little stand.
because
Aw,
we're
she's like
professionals
she's
and
hiding.
this is our professional set. What's this box? What's this little jewelry box here?
It's got the lav mics in them, but we're not using them.
Peanut butter.
Sorry
baby.
for the distraction.
No,
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say something more interesting with like actual jewelry. And I was like,
No, it just has the lav mics in them.
gotcha.
I think I threw out the old box, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not going to reiterate what we said again because
Yeah.
we have that footage, thank goodness.
Yeah. So yeah, we did like a whole introduction and kind of like a recap of who we are and blah blah blah. We're not. Yeah. Moving on. It's exhausting. It's way later at night than what we usually do. We usually record
This
this.
sucks.
This is terrible. We usually record this at like 10 a.m. It's like what after
5?
5?
No,
Almost
it's
5.
almost 5.
No, it's quarter to 5. I'm fried. I'm done with the day. I'm ready to.
You want some pierogies after this?
Who's gonna say no to pierogies? Like, I'll have a pierogi. Okay.
Just one? Maybe 2 with some onions.
Oh my gosh.
My
Do you
mom
get hot
makes some-
sauce.
Of course I have hot
Yes.
sauce. I got the Chipotle one too.
Oh, God bless.
Yep.
Oh, bless.
You do hot.
America.
I've never done hot sauce on a pierogi though.
Are you serious? Oh
Yeah.
man, I absolutely drown mine in hot
Sauerkraut.
sauce. Yeah, not often, just because of the stank.
I hate it.
Speaking of stank, actually, it's pank. I started following on TikTok I think she's Scottish or something. She's the cutest little lady. She goes out onto her beach and to find different fun ceramic pieces and glass and all this different kind of stuff. And she finds all the different colors. And anytime there's a pink piece, she's like, Pank!
Pank.
Pank! And I love her so
That
much.
is so cute.
So shout out to that. I don't know her name. I don't know off the top of my head, but
Shout out to Pank.
Pank. I just love her. She's so cute. How was your
I wanted
week?
to tell a story that just came to my mind. So I haven't even told you about like these classes that I'm in. So I'm in this class, Intro to Media Production.
What?
Yes.
That's new this semester because I haven't heard about this before. Right?
This is what I'm taking this semester. Yeah. So
nice.
it's Com 110, Intro to Media Production. It's so cool. It's so fun. I get to just use Adobe Premiere Pro, which is really hard but really awesome when you like learn how to do it. My professor kind of sucks, but it's fine because I get to edit stuff, which I love to do, and it's so fun. So I had to make like a really short like day in my life, and
It's just you sitting on the couch for just
Well,
rotting
yeah.
away.
well, yeah, but I had to record all the footage before I came to class today, and then today we have like class on Monday, and then on Wednesdays we have lab, aka class, but it's still class. I don't know what the difference is.
Like a
but
computer lab. Like,
we're in the same room.
okay. Sure.
It's
Continue.
just 2 classes
I
that
don't
are
know.
really long. Anyway, so we needed to have the footage, and then we're gonna edit it today. I didn't like look at it after I recorded it because I didn't want to look at myself again. I just trusted that I looked fine, and I did for the most part, except the first clip I had. We needed like at least 3 different locations, and then we had to do these transitions that we learned how to do, aka like they were basically TikTok transitions. You know, like you cover the camera and you uncover it. I'm like, oh, I'm at the beach now.
Uh-huh.
It's like magic. Whoa. Or you like swipe. Oh, I'm in the kitchen. Like,
okay.
or like when they shake it and then they move.
Sure.
We had to do 3 of those. So I started my car and I'm like, hi everybody, this is a day of my life. I'm in my car. I drive to Cortland. I commute, so I've got a long drive ahead of me. Let's go. And I swipe. And it was fine, except I am looking at the camera, which was on my holder. What do you call that?
Your dash cam or
My holder, my camera,
your
my
phone
holder on my
Good
event.
Lord.
I'm looking at the camera, and then while I'm talking, I look up, like kind of out the windshield. And you know when something's close to you and you focus away further than it, your eyes go like this. So I'm like, hey, so I'm like, I'm in my car, and then I look up and my eyes separate. And I'm like, I have to keep it in because I only took one.
Oh my gosh.
And it's fine. Like, it's only for a second, but for that second, I fully look like a pufferfish that is just like, and my eyes are just on different planets.
That is immaculate. That's
like, do you ever see like videos of people and they're holding their phone and then they like focus behind the phone and their eyes just go, meow.
Yeah.
That's what
kind
I've
of veer off. That is hilarious.
So that's in my video. In the final cut.
I had to make one of those kind of a day in the life, and it was so awkward because I was like smiling through the whole thing because it was just awkward, and my cousin's filming it for me, and I actually had like this scene where I was like in the shower. I was fully dressed, but she walks into the bathroom. I'm standing in the tub, fully dressed. The water's not even on, and she like taps on the shower curtain, and I'm like, huh? And I'm like, what are you doing? And you can see that I'm fully dressed. It was so awkward. And then I walked out. She films me like walking down the stairs, and I'm like, time to have breakfast. And I start eating a bowl of cereal.
I just had to do like vlog style, so it was just me recording me.
That was me.
Nice.
That was me in high school, though. So I give myself I give myself a little bit of slack for me being completely
that's really
ridiculous.
Funny. I would love watching that.
It was really funny though because my friend had to do hers as well, and because she was my best friend, I was featured in it, and I had more fun with hers because I wasn't as stressed about what I was doing and like the grade and making sure. So yeah, I was actually much more like normal and relaxed in hers. And at one point, we're trying to film. I forget what it was we were trying to film, but we were sitting at the table across from each other, and my brother got into the shot and like was starting to like mess with us and everything. We had some kind of marshmallows and we just started pelting each other with marshmallows, and that's in the video.
That's awesome. Do you have it?
Oh man, I don't think so. I'll have to text her and see if we have it. It's totally ridiculous, but I don't think we actually. No, what I'm actually really mad about is we had another different video that we had to do, and it wasn't us. We just had to like create a story, and the group that I was with decided to use like action figures and like toys and everything, and we were just voicing. It was completely ridiculous. It looked like a parody of something. I don't even know. It was hilarious though. And we had a Mr. Potato Head, and we were flying off to a new scene or something, and we put all the other figurines in the back of the Potato Head because of like where the compartment opens up. And then the guy who was voicing Mr. Potato Head, he was like, we can get there in my derriere. We go like flying off.
You've told this one. I love that.
I freaking love it. And then
that's so funny.
The girl who like we were taking the video on her phone or her iPad, whatever it was, she said that she was going to upload it to YouTube so that we all have access to it, and she never did.
No.
And it was it was a hilarious video. It's so fun. And yeah, none of us can see it now. It's poof. It's gone. I don't know.
When I was in middle school, I made two videos that I really loved. I think I only made 2 videos, but I loved them. I made 3. We made one for health class. Oh, she's like trying to figure out how to get around it. Oh, she's growl at it because she can't get around it. You can go.
She's looking at me like, why are you doing this to me?
It's okay.
That's so funny.
Like, she would knock it down. This dog that's behind this thing, she would knock it down without an issue, but she doesn't touch anything.
She's looking at me like, help.
Just go. It's okay. You can fit.
Proceed.
She won't.
No, she won't. That's so cute. Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna force her.
Just leave me hanging on. All by myself. You weren't in the shot at all. Yeah. She had plenty of room. She
just needed reassurance. Anyway,
so cute.
We made one video for health class that was about like the negative effects of cell phone use over time. I don't remember any of it, but it was so funny at the time. I just remember one clip was my friend Kurt. Shout out Kurt. He was so funny, and he was pretending to drive and like be on his phone, and he had a hula hoop, and and he was looking at his phone. He's like, OMG, TTYL, oh my God. Or something. He was like hashtag Starbucks, and he like pretends to get in a car accident, and it's just like a photo of a deer in headlights, like a cartoon. I think it was, and like a sound effect of like that.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so priceless. Dumb. That's fantastic.
We did that one, and then we did another one on like ancient Rome. I don't remember.
A video on that? Like, what?
It was for history. We had to like basically advertise as a vacation destination like ancient Rome or like ancient Egypt or whatever. I don't remember where it was though. But I think it was Rome, and we like had sheets, and the boys were like all wrapped up in these fake togas, and Kurt had one on, but he only had one arm.
Oh my gosh.
Because we couldn't like get it figured out. So he's pretending to like go swimming with one arm. It's so stupid.
And the other one was like wrapped in.
It was wrapped. We
Oh my
couldn't wrap
gosh.
him in it without him only having one arm.
That's hilarious.
And like we were like, you can send letters from rocks, and we like throw a rock at this kid, and he's like, "Oh my god, no!" And then it cuts. Oh, it was so funny. Oh, but yeah. So at the end of the year, all the iPads got wiped, and I never could figure out like how to send it anywhere.
Aw.
Well, because like at the time, the iPads were probably like 4 gigabytes.
Yeah.
The videos were probably all of it, and it was
I-
like too big to send.
I remember being in computer lab and all of our work we had to save on floppy disks. That's how old I am.
I don't even know how those work.
Yeah, we had to save our work
you,
on floppy
like-
disks.
It's like is it like you plug it in or like a DVD?
So you have your you have your monitor
computer.
and you have your modem, and then you have all the different slots and everything, and you can
It was a
that's where you
slot.
plug in your all the HDM, and there was a floppy disk.
Why don't we
slot
use them anymore?
because
just
they
too
had
big?
like negative storage space on them.
Oh,
There was nothing on them.
I know. Now I got a hard drive that's 500 gigabytes. I'm like,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah, no, there was nothing on floppy disks. Like they had to get wiped like every 5 seconds because there's no storage on them. That's how old I am, folks, and TikTok didn't register that, so okay. Thanks a lot.
Can't you tell we're old?
I keep looking at the screen. I am
Like there's gonna be comments.
I am glowing.
in a good way.
No, in a
Do you want to switch?
no,
You want to try it?
no.
What do you want me to do?
I want to be not pale.
Let's go on vacation and let's go get tan.
Don't play with me, man. Kendra went and got herself a big girl job, and now she can't travel with me as much.
Oh,
So I'm gonna need you to pick up her slack on that
I
front.
love to travel.
What?
I
Hold
like,
the phone.
I like
What?
to be home.
Okay, I like to be home too. I'm like your class A homebody, but at the same time, there's so much of the world to see. What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you're useless.
Do you know that
to
my
me.
mom forced me to go on that DC trip with ASL Club?
Are you serious?
I was not gonna go.
You should have gone with me and Kendra. We had a freaking blast, dude.
I think you guys asked, and again, like I was not gonna go at all.
I don't like expectations, and a school trip like that had scheduled expectations, and I don't want to be beholden to that.
No, me neither.
I'm kind of impressed that I managed to use beholden in a sentence so
Don't know what
smoothly.
that means.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go. Well, my family and I had gone to New York City like 2 weeks before that, and I was like, I'm so good. I'm actually so set. And my mom was like, No, you're going. And I was like, "Okay."
Oh man, what did I do? Oh, I went to Ocean City,
Which one?
Maryland. I want to say.
My favorite vacation I've ever been on, Ocean City, Maryland.
I went to Ocean City, Maryland, and I actually had to leave that early to. I'm thinking of a different trip. Either way, I had to leave that trip early to make it to my cousin's wedding in time. But that was not the story I intended to tell. The actual story that I was trying to tell was I went on. What is the story I'm trying to tell?
I don't know what's happening.
Where was I at? I was on one trip and I literally had to leave one trip, get to the airport, and go to another trip.
That sucks.
Where was I at? Was it four-wheeling?
Recently?
I feel like it was more recent. I don't know. That was good. We're going to edit that out because that was stupid.
Whatever. No.
No.
We got kicked off alive again.
Yeah.
I'm banned for
We're
5 years. 5 years.
we must look like we're 13 or something.
2030.
Not really.
Not the second time.
It's honestly when we got kicked off was it the second or third time?
We only
No,
got
you-
kicked off 2 times.
Okay, because you ended one, so that's why I have 3 in my head. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got kicked off the second time, and it just said thanks for recording live, and it was like But we weren't done
I know,
yet.
and it said violation, and then it said details, and I tried clicking on details, and nothing comes up, and I'm like, okay.
They're taunting us.
But I appealed the ban or whatever.
Okay, I'm so annoyed. This thing keeps falling out of my ear, so I try and shove it farther in. That's what she said. And then it plugs, and I can't hear anything anyway. I'm
Do
like,
you need a smaller thing?
that's what she said. What?
Okay. We're going to hear a story.
Story
You gotta
time by
get-
Josie.
Do you want to hear what you sound like? Because you got to get really close.
Ew.
It's going to be loud, but just go for it.
So today in class,
Nope, closer.
this one girl came up to me after we were like putting away our microscopes, and she goes, "Where are you?" She had like an accent, and she was like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, here, like Syracuse." And then she goes, "Oh, you look Slavic." And I was like, "Oh, like I was like, no, I'm like from here." And then
Does she know what's what?
so wait, no, let me keep going. So then she was like, "Do you have any like Slavic like relations?" And I was like, "Oh no, like I'm just Italian." I go, "Are you Slavic?" And then she goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Oh, are you from there?" Bruh. I'm actually stupid for that. She just looked at me and she was like, "I'm from Ukraine." And I was like, "Oh."
Okay.
So I had to Google it because I didn't know.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm googling something right now because I you're not the dumb one here. I'm pretty sure she is. I mean,
it.
No, because
You both
Slavic is like a bunch of countries, I guess. Or like if you're Slavic.
No, so Slovenia is a country, a European country. Slavics from Slovenia.
Now I'm extra confused.
It's European, which means white. White.
Wait,
Was that dumb for her to say, are you from there? If it is a place?
No, like that was okay.
Oh.
well,
Wingstop.
Slavic,
But
not from
there's-
Slavic. Like the okay.
Oh,
so
there's a ton of them. Bulgaria,
Like-
Croatia, Czech Republic.
it's an area in
Poland,
Europe
Russian.
though, which means
Oh, just white people. Just white people, yeah.
And you guys look like it's not. You guys look a little bit not.
A little not white.
A little not white. You look more Italian. Like you look actually legitimately like Southern Italian or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
but I essentially asked her if she was from Slavic. So
That well, I think if you as long as you didn't say, "Are you from Slavic?" If you're like,
You should have said, where are you from? It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Are you guys friends now?
no, I didn't like her vibe.
Oh, she didn't like her vibe. Anyway,
So that's my story.
Story. Don't kiss me, bro.
I'm
said
just
I
kidding.
had to get
I am my flabbers are gasted on all fronts.
How was school?
I'm gonna be really embarrassed if I was
Why?
like totally wrong though. I'm right though.
No, yeah. You're right.
Well,
You're right.
Google says it's like countries.
You're just white.
It's like a whole.
It's a big. It's a
area.
big part.
Yeah. And I'm just.
I was like confused. I felt super dumb American. I was like, I don't know geography. Sorry. Girl, I
Well,
don't
nobody
know.
knows actual geography. Ask any European to actually label a United States map, and they're not gonna be able to do it.
Real.
So everyone knows their own geography. That's the thing. Like we're. At what point in time do we ever need to know all of world geography? Nobody knows other people's geography. Like, so that's fine. But-
I think it's so funny how Canadians like look at the U.S. and they just think it's like reality TV. Like it's just entertaining. Do you need help?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Like we're just entertaining because we're just insane.
Yeah.
Like they're just watching.
Yeah. You know,
I don't blame you. It's crazy.
we have fun here. That's the difference. We have fun here. Canadians are. Hi, Canada. We have Canadian fans.
sorry.
That's this. We're gonna have to edit all of this out. We're gonna get
Why?
we're gonna get slow roasted for all
Do you
of
get
this.
canceled
Probably.
for saying
Yeah.
sorry? Oh,
Yeah. It's
I'm banned on TikTok. I don't care.
Minnesota, eh?
I have another story.
Please go ahead and share, but you have to be closer to the
Eat it. Eat it.
Ah.
There you go.
So I was in my communications class and we were presenting a special object. And
That's what she said.
and well, that's the thing. So I presented my pendant on my necklace that I'm not wearing right now, so don't even look. And so I was really shaky when I was talking. And everyone before me mentioned a dead person. That was why it was relevant to them. They were like, oh, this is a photo of me and my dead grandma. This is something that my dead aunt gave me. This is something that my dead best friend. So I was
Enjoy.
like, oh, this is like my culture and whatever. Like, because it was, I don't know, it was from Italy. So I was like,
Is it
oh.
what's it called? What is it?
It's like a little mosaic with like flowers.
Oh, okay. Not what I was
It's
thinking.
not like the horn or anything.
Yeah.
But so then I was like, yeah, and my like, I don't know why I said this. I wasn't planning on saying this, but I was like, oh yeah, and my like grandma recently passed, which just like brings me closer to like my family's like traditions,
and-
heritage.
Yeah.
And because my voice was so shaky, and this was towards the end of my speech, it sounded like I was crying. So he emailed me today, sending me a list of like school counselors. He was like, I'm so sorry about your grandma passing. If you need to see a school counselor, here's the list. And it was like a whole email.
But there's also part of the email where it goes, if you have an emergency, call 911.
What? Thank you. for that.
Irrelevant.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
When you're in that, when I first started doing presentations, it's like that. Your voice is like cracky and you have to just go and like choke that down and talk over it. Like, yeah,
we talked about how I spent 4 hours rehearsing what was supposed to be a 7-minute speech. Mine ended up being like 12 because there was just so much information that I didn't want to cut anything out. So I was like, I'll take the point deduction as long as people know what's up. And so 4 hours of like memorizing like a 4-page speech.
Wow.
And it was superb.
What class?
Public speaking.
Nice. Yeah, I used to be horrible at presenting. I used to get so nervous and I used to like shake.
The tip that says that if you go into it thinking that you're teaching someone something, that actually really helped me.
Yeah.
He gave us that tip, and it just like when you know your stuff and you are just want to get people that information, it stops being a presentation and more be just like, here's what you need to know, and it just makes it easier. I don't know, that really helped me. That's why I can't do spur of the moment ones. You had to
memorize it.
I really have to sit. I have to pre-prepare. As long as I'm prepared for something, I can do whatever you want. I can stand in front of an entire crowd as long as I'm mentally and physically prepared for it. But if you give me like a prompt and I have to like wing it, nope, I will fold like a freaking house of cards, man. Not happening.
I've never even attempted that.
Our public speaking class, we had this one thing. He was like, okay, everybody draw a slip of paper and it's going to be a quote from a famous person. And then you have to come up with the reason that they said it and make it relevant and blah, blah, blah. And we had 5 minutes to prepare it. I had a full...
Just sneezed on my knee.
But I had a full-blown panic attack. It was awful. And I want to shout out my friend Julia that I was in class with because she was preparing hers. Like it was on a rotation thing. So you give me a few minutes and the next person has a few minutes and then I would go in and then they would. So you know what I mean? So she was out there starting her prep time as mine was ending. And she saw that I was absolutely freaking out. And she's like, oh my God, do you want a hug? And I'm like, no. Because I was going to absolutely fall apart if someone like hugged me at that moment. So shout out to Julia for being so sweet and like trying to support me. And then I suck for being like throw it back in her face. I didn't mean to. I was just panicking and I don't want to be touched when that's happening. So I felt so
That's
bad.
valid.
Oh yeah, but that was awful. I did not do well on that speech. But then, like I said, the other one that I had
Well,
down
when
pat.
are you ever gonna be in a position where you have to give a speech like on the fly?
On the fly? Hopefully never.
Hopefully never.
Actually, I did have a... Oh my God, I thought that was the sunset for a second. I was like, that's crazy.
That's the sun doesn't even...
Shut up.
Sunsets that way.
Shut up. I don't know why. I don't know where cardinal directions.
Come on, man.
It's a wreath, a heart wreath of lights or whatever. Anyway, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. What was I saying? What?
Speeches?
There's a hair on me. Oh, I had a meet and greet with a bunch of the people in my work complex and had to wing that one. I was anxiety inducing, but I think I did okay.
I
It
bet
was
you
great.
did amazing.
Why do you keep doing that? Bring that lower.
Because she's higher than me.
Oh. I don't know. It just looks uncomfortable. The eyebrow.
I am uncomfortable. She's sitting on my lap.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever.
Can
I
I help you?
I'm so glad that I like got over anxiety around doing speeches. I don't even care. It's so great. I used to hate them. I used to shake. I used to like almost vomit. And I just get up there and I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Man,
Be
good for
casual.
you.
I got a note on my most recent one. The professor was like, because it was a group like presentation. And the professor was like, Mary Grace was the most comfortable and she answered the questions like the most comfortably and seemed to know the most about it. And I was like, because I'm awesome.
Very good. Very good. Congratulations.
I
I'm not
hate
that
when
way.
people read off the slideshow.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
My problem with that though is we've talked about it before that note cards actually distract me more than they help me.
Because you rely on them.
Yeah. And so I just need to memorize all the information, and then reading off of slides also distracts me a little bit more because also I had a presentation where it was supposed to be a persuasive speech and I chose to persuade people to consider fostering and adopting. And I had all the statistics and this, that, and the other on the slides, and I wasn't reading through them, but I was referencing them, and that really threw me off, and I ended up going off on tangents. And on my note cards, or not my note cards, but like the feedback papers that I got from my classmates, a couple of them said like, you know, focus on what's on this, like the information on the slides instead of going off on random. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a lose-lose situation. Like I don't rely on cards, but then the moment I do, then I'm off. And it's just okay.
What I started doing that I think is like my main helper is that I write out the whole thing and I print it or I have it on my iPad and I just hold it and I don't look at it, but I know that if I need to, I can. That's what I
Yeah.
did for our storytelling. It was like a 10-minute like speech. It was in sign language, but I typed out the whole thing and I laid it. It was 4 sheets of paper, laid them out right in front of me. And I don't think I looked at him, but I'm like, if I need to, it's right there.
Yeah, I was kind of similar to that. Like Tori,
Did you want to say something?
No, Danielle, you can go first.
no, I don't want to.
But I was warming up.
Oh my gosh. No, I was gonna say that Tori was laughing at me because I was trying to practice the story in ASL beforehand, and I couldn't do it. I was so freaking out and so anxiety riddled that I was shutting down. I would like sign something, look at my paper, figure it out, sign it, and it was so stilted and awful. And then as soon as I actually had to present it, Tori was just like, "Where did that come from? You just clicked and it was like great." And I was like, anxiety is very weird. It's a very weird phenomenon. Your turn.
Okay, last semester you had to like pick a villain and then you had to say why they were the most interesting. So I did President Business from the Lego movie.
Okay.
Have you seen the Lego movie?
Isn't there multiple? I've seen one.
There's 2.
There's okay.
Anyways, so I made my slideshow so cool. I had like cool animations. I studied up. I didn't have any note cards. Straight up, not to be like that, but mine was the best. And we were like deciding whose was the best. And I won out of my bracket. And then after my bracket, I ended up losing to this kid. And he only put one slide with like 30 bullet points. And I was like, this is lame. And he sucks. And he gave bad evidence. And the teacher brought up some evidence. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool, too.
Oh my gosh.
Who is his villain?
President Snow from the Hunger Games. And he also what got me off the bat is he goes, so most of us were like, raise your hand if you've seen my movie that I'm doing my villain off of. He goes, okay, raise your hand if you've seen the Hunger Games. And I go, the originals or the new one? Because the new one just came out. And he goes, okay, so anyways,
Oh my
I was like,
gosh. I'm so annoyed.
so off the bat, I was like, you know what, screw you.
Yeah.
You didn't answer my question. And it was off of both, but he was like mixing up the information. And then everyone voted for him to win.
I think honestly they're probably just voting for the villain. They liked the villain more rather than his actual presentation.
And mine was funny. This one kid straight up goes, I don't know, I did something funny. I had something funny on there. And he was like, that's pretty funny. I was like, yeah, this kid isn't even funny. This kid with his 30 bullet points isn't funny. Why did y'all vote for him?
The way she tells stories is so funny. It was something funny. I don't know. And then the kid said, that's pretty funny. And that's the punchline of her sentence.
That's podcast gold right there. Oh my god. Oh
There's
my
no,
good lord.
you said so much nothing, bro.
I thought we were. Oh my gosh. Oh my good lord. That was great.
Even
Oh,
the professor said mine was the best.
yours was the best. I agree. Yours was the best. Out of all of them, they were. I know it.
Oh, but this one girl read all of her. She had 8 slides and she just read, and it wasn't any bullet points or anything. It was just like 8 fat paragraphs, and she just read the whole thing, and it was so repetitive
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And I was like, girl, the
Those are
professor
rough.
literally was like, don't come in here reading your slideshows, like at least paraphrase. And she just read for like 20 minutes. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Can we go dial it back for a second though? Can we address the fact that the Lego movie, I was actually so upset at the very end when it reveals that it was like a whole Lego kit and there's actual real people. I was actually really upset by that. I was like, I was thoroughly enjoying just the Lego world and I wanted it to just be itself rather than, oh, it's someone in someone's imagination. Like, that killed
I'm
it for
upset
me.
by the fact that it wasn't stop motion.
Yeah,
It's
that
just
would have been so much
animated.
better. Yeah.
That would have been ridiculous to stop motion, but I thought they did it.
Honestly,
It seems like it.
doing a stop motion for Legos would probably be easier just because of how static they are. Whereas clay, you actually have to move and bend them as like actual people. But Legos are just very rigid. I don't know. I feel like that would be easier. No,
Facts.
I would have loved for it to have been stop motion. And yeah, I was really bummed that it was like, oh, it's imaginative. Like, I was really just into the world.
And you hate
everything.
Will Ferrell, don't you?
Hate Will Ferrell.
I think that's terrible. I love him.
Hate is a very strong word. Obviously, I don't know the man.
And that's why she's using it.
Yeah. No, I just cannot stand any of the movies he's in. I just can't. I cannot do his acting. No. I can't stand him. So yeah, that really ruined it for me. I also have not seen the Mario movie. I wanted to see that.
I haven't seen that.
I heard it was amazing.
Where's my phone?
That's a hot minute old, but yeah, I really want to see that one as well. Are you into Tolkien?
Where's my phone?
Don't give me the eyebrow.
What is
Answer
that?
the question.
What is
Where's
that?
my phone? Are you sitting on it?
Wait a second. Earlier. No, that was in a different video.
Where's my phone?
Do I need to call you?
No.
The dog ate it.
I found it.
Did you see my text from earlier?
No.
You lied to the people and said I was 18 or 19.
You're about to be 19.
Okay. Nice.
I wanted my phone because I asked the people if they needed any advice or had any questions.
Who? From where? Ow!
Did you just get electrocuted?
Yeah.
Didn't that happen to me like a couple weeks ago?
I think.
I swear it happened to me. I thought it did. Then I thought I was delusional.
Well, I better just stop eating the microphone.
What did you ask if she liked Tolkien?
Yeah. Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit.
Oh, I read The Hobbit for school once.
Do you like it?
It was pretty good. I
Have
read
you-
the whole thing. Like everyone like
Good
cheated
job.
their way through. I read the whole thing.
Have you seen the movies?
No.
Will you watch the movies with me?
Okay.
Both of you. I want like a movie marathon. They're like 10 hours long.
Wait, have you seen them?
All 3 of them, I mean, not each individual one. Have I seen them? I basically am obsessed and just like rewatch them on repeat. Like,
I don't like is it the Hobbit himself that's like a gremlin with like the like
Gollum.
the 4 hairs on his head? That's
Gollum.
Like, yeah.
Gollum. My precious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love him.
No.
He's great. Love him. Andy Serkis is just pure perfection in that role. You're not supposed to like him. He's technically a villain.
Isn't Benedict Cumberbatch the dragon?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen those videos.
Penguin.
Penguin. I love it. No, I'm like so ridiculously obsessed with The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and I need other people to geek out with, and nobody wants to geek out with me. It's very frustrating. But no, actually, there is, resorting to my list of things. I'm not a huge TV watcher, but I did binge watch a television show that had one season that I was interested in, but then I saw that it got canceled, so I was like, okay, I'm not going to bother with that. But then because of TikTok and the hype that it was getting, it was renewed for a season 2. It is called The Artful Dodger. Have you guys heard of it? No? I binge watched the first season. The second season will be coming out later this year since it got renewed, and I am so excited. It was actually really, really good. It's got forgot his name. Forgot all their names. It's got that one actor and that other actor that anyway. Really, really good.
It's got the
This is
one
good.
actor and the other actor.
It's got
And then the kid said that was funny. We
Yeah.
got no substance. What's going on?
Adam Brody something and Maya Mitchell. Is it Maya Mitchell?
I don't like her.
I love her.
What?
She's so pretty. I like her. And she's really good in this role, honestly. And then also, I cannot Dave Thewlis? He plays
This might as well not be real. Maya Mitchell, and that's it.
Oh, Adam Brody.
Whoa.
He's got a hyphenated name. He played Newt in the Maze Runner series. Yeah, okay, you know who I'm talking
That
about.
kid who looks like he's 12 in every movie.
Yeah, but he looks good in this one. He looks
Wait, is it the guy from Queen's Gambit?
yeah.
I knew that just from saying that he looks 12.
Yeah,
He
That's him.
does.
that's him. He looks good in this series, and no, Maya Mitchell's really good. And then he plays Professor It's time for bed, folks.
It's
I'm-
literally getting dark.
She'll
She wants to get down, but
Oh.
she can't.
figure it out. There you
Wow.
go. Good job. Have you seen Harry Potter?
Yes, she likes Harry Potter.
Third movie. He's a marauder.
Sirius Black? Or
No.
Oh, yeah.
Lupin.
Yeah,
Professor Lupin.
Lupin.
Oh my gosh. This is rough. This is a rough day. Show your love. I got a notification from TikTok. TikTok, you suck.
I don't know what time we're at, but we should probably go to bed.
What are we at?
I can't see.
So
We'll add
we're-
17 to whatever it is.
40
so we're at,
okay,
like,
we're gonna have to wrap up. then, so-
58 minutes.
Okay, we got a few more minutes. What was I saying? Oh, anyway, Artful Dodger. I'm really excited for that. It's got a couple really good actors in it, and it was actually really good. I don't watch TV, but that was something I actually really wanted to binge. Oh my gosh.
I'm so done. There's no way it's connected.
It's still going. That's still
No, but is the
connected.
mic connected?
Go check.
We check if all the cords
check
are
if all the
connected.
co-
And
yeah.
don't unplug one while you're at it.
I mean, we can still hear ourselves, so I know we're connected to the box.
Yeah. All right.
All right. It's all right.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I
leave
think-
that.
Yeah, it should be okay. No, but turn it a little bit. Like, center it again. We're so
Great.
We're so great at this. We are so professional. It's ridiculous. All right. We have to keep this short and sweet. I'm going to run through a whole lot of things. Comment on what you want to comment on. Do you have a list of things to talk about?
I had some of the people asked for some things to talk about.
Some of
I
the
have
people.
three things that I put out a thing on my Snapchat today. If you saw it and you didn't say anything, come on.
We have
I put out
audience
like
requests.
an anonymous. I said ask for advice, ask anything, say anything. It's for a podcast.
Oh.
I got
Well,
three
let
things.
Let me random shoot because I keep a list of all the things throughout the week that I kind of was like, oh, we could talk about that. That interests me, whatever. I absolutely despise watching people in general eat on TikTok, but especially I'm over the Dubai chocolate. I'm done.
over the Dubai chocolate.
Wait. Third party commentary. Ouch! Sorry. It got me again.
Okay, so I was at the mall with my two friends, and we saw this one, like candy store. I don't know. They had like a bunch of viral stuff, and so there was a sign for Dubai chocolate, and so we're like, oh, like we should get that and just see if it's like worth the hype. And then we like look around and we can't find it, and then we see a sign that says, please ask the cashier for the Dubai chocolate. So we go up, and I'm just like, hey, do you have any Dubai chocolate? And it was the week after Christmas, and he goes, no, we're all sold out. And we're like, oh, okay, that's okay. And he's like, yeah, to be honest with you, why the hell would you look the week after Christmas? Like, obviously it's sold out. Like, why would you look now?
Why would you be a jerk? Like,
And I was like, dude, do you think I drove a half hour to get to the mall for the one
Just for
sole
this?
purpose of Dubai chocolate a week No, I was just here and I saw the sign, dude. And he was like, yeah, like we might like have it next week, or you could wait, what did he say?
There's those storytelling skills coming in handy. Coming in clutch.
He said like the other store down the strip of the mall didn't also have them, but he said that they might have them in a week. But I was like, yeah, I'm not coming back to you.
You're cut off.
That is actually really irritating.
The other
It's like,
day,
oh my gosh.
so she transferred to OCC. I don't know if I told you that, but she's going to OCC now. And we were walking around campus. I think we went to the orientation. We're just like looking at all wherever her classes were. And we're in Whitney. You know Whitney.
Good old
And
Whitney.
we are walking around and trying to find. We had just gotten in the door. We're looking for her classroom, so I'm trying to find like the right wing. And some guy who works there comes up and he's like, "Do you guys need help?" We're like, "Yeah, we're just looking for 121." And he was like, "Whitney?" We're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "So if you look at the doors," and he points to like just the first door that was there, the number outside of it, and he goes, "So if you look, all the doors have these numbers. So if you just keep going, you'll find it."
Wow.
Hey, I didn't know how doors work.
I'm so over people.
Except you're excluding the fact that he was way more mean about it. He was like, Whitney, right? And we're like, yeah. And he's like, so if you see all these doors, like, he wasn't nice about it. He was
the
mean.
audacity of people to be just so oh my gosh, so freaking arrogant.
It was weird because he offered.
Yeah. Like, actually be helpful or be on your
But
way.
like, tell me I'm on the right floor. Tell me I'm in the right wing.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I will say trying to orient yourself in Whitney and being able to know which side of the building to go down which wing.
well, Mawinnie too. It's like symmetrical.
Oh, maybe I am thinking of Mawinnie. I think I'm thinking of Mawinnie. Anytime, whatever staircase you go up, you have to reorient yourself every time to figure out which wing is which set of numbers.
There's some actual like witchcraft going on because every time I walk in Mawinnie,
Yeah.
and I walk across to get to the staircase, I go up, I go to my class. When I come down the staircase, if I go back across, I'm not at the right door.
There is witchcraft in that place. It has happened to me so many times.
Every single time
Yeah.
I'm like, this doesn't mathematically make
Rubik's-
any sense.
It's Rubik's Cube switching on you kind of thing. It's orienting itself differently every time.
It's because it's like just a circle. It's a big circle.
Square.
But the fishbowl is a circle.
Yeah. The fishbowl is a circle, but then the rest of the wings go down and they're yeah.
But it's awful because both sides look exactly the same. Even
Yeah.
on other floors that don't have the fishbowl, by the way, for if anybody's listening, is just like this glass encased like hangout area in the center of
cafeteria kind of
in the center of this building, and they call it the fishbowl because it is made of glass. I don't know.
looking at all the people studying away,
And I do watch
their
them.
lives withering.
But when you go up onto the second and third floor, both sides look the same. They both have those little lounge areas.
Yeah.
They're literally identical.
I feel like the four corners should be like color coded or something.
Something.
Like, you know,
I
have
did
each
get
like,
it down.
northwest, southeast, have it color coded for each floor.
Yeah. I got it, and there's elevators on both sides, perfectly on the
Yeah.
same. It's perfectly symmetrical, but I
Yeah.
did have it down. I know because I went to show her the ASL lab, and I went down the wrong hallway, and we had to go around the other side.
Yeah.
And
no,
now they
I've-
have
I've
the
walked
bookstore in
circles.
there. I hate it.
I haven't been there when they've.
And
had
it's
that
not
in it.
fun. It's not supposed to be. It's not.
No, not
It's a
functional.
school, and they just like put a bookstore in the bottom of it. The bookstore was great
Well,
in Whitney. I don't know why.
well,
They
I
put it
think
in
it was
Mawinnie.
probably because Mawinnie has the most Mooney is the liberal arts building, which
The
is the
hub.
majority of students. So they put it where the majority of people are probably, but I haven't been in there since they put it in there.
It's silly. I didn't like it.
Well, where is it though? Because the fishbowl's on the first floor. Is it?
it's on a wing of the first floor.
Oh, whatever.
Yep.
Transition. Okay, so we covered the Dubai chocolate. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Please stop. I do not want to. I can't stand looking at people eat that. It's so gross. Okay, so this is really exciting. Actually, we're gonna skip over that. I'll go back to it because it's just exciting to me. Have you seen the Snow White parody song?
No.
So the Snow White trailer finally came out, and obviously no one's excited for it because the PR has completely butchered it. Rachel Zegler has
It just came out?
I guess, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Trailer came out.
I've been hearing her complain about it for like a year.
So she or some person, I don't know who it is. I have absolutely zero credits to give, so sorry about that. But somebody took a bunch of tweets off of Twitter and put it into a song. It is unironically a banger.
Huh.
It is actually so good, and I would listen to that song over and over. I have not even seen the trailer. I don't want to see the trailer. I'm definitely not going to go see the movie. Literally no interest in it whatsoever. But the song is actually banger. When we're done with that, I will show it to you because it's bomb.
All right, cool.
Okay. This is a personal pet peeve of mine that I need to address.
I've got
freaking now.
one right after this.
I don't know why it bothers me so much. It's really not a big deal. I think it started in the makeup and beauty community when people were doing makeup tutorials. And for example, if someone was holding up like a specific makeup brush,
You're talking about this
thing, the hand holding thing, just to be able to give you a solid background rather
so
than
the
it
camera
getting lost.
focuses.
Yeah, that plus it I don't
You can
actually
see it?
think, yeah, because if you're holding up something really small, like the specific shape of like a makeup brush,
Yeah.
it would get lost in the chaos of the background. So you hold up in
Well,
front
yeah,
of your hand.
and I think the cameras, well, at the time were probably like the autofocus was horrible, so they needed to cover the whole camera so that it would focus on where the brush was.
yeah, but it's usually something real small
Yeah,
because
yeah, of course.
they're not being able to see it. And so
Why?
you do that for a solid background and everything. Folks, that's for small things.
What are people doing?
I saw someone hold their hand up behind a pop can that's bigger than their hand.
Were they doing it as a
It's
joke?
not like a presentation device or something. It's strategically used.
Was it
to
a
be-
joke?
No.
Are you
She
sure?
was genuinely, she was like, okay, I got this brand of pop
yeah.
or soda, I guess people call it, cola. I don't know what it was, but like this specific, and it was as big as her hand. Like the edge of her hand was showing. And I'm like,
I like when people do it as a joke.
no, it was not
But
a joke.
that's
Like,
gross.
please stop doing it. It's so, yeah, if it's a joke, obviously that's fine. But like, you don't need to do it, folks.
When they're like, okay, so my tampon. That's funny.
So I don't know why that drives me crazy, but I'm just a pessimistic person and I can't handle that kind of thing anymore. So stop doing it. I'm going to lose my mind.
I got a
Actually,
pet peeve.
I say that, but then it's just like people are going to be like, well, then just get off TikTok. And I'm like, I'm trying. I'm really trying. It's
I'm
an addiction.
addicted. Oh my god, we can't even leave because I got to tell you about what I went to the other night. This
Oh,
the
this is going to
structure.
be a long episode then.
The structure of this episode is so off. But do you know who Duncan Trussell is?
Nope.
Okay. I don't even know how I want to describe him. He is a comedian ? I didn't know he was until the other night. He is just like a spiritual dude, and just he has a podcast, Duncan Trussell's Family Hour. Go check it out. It's so good. Just talks about, like, he does like interviews with people. Like, he did an interview with a guy who like died and came back and what that experience was like. He talks about a bunch of spiritual stuff. Talks about afterlife. Talks about being human. He talks, I don't know, anything. He's so cool. And he's got a TV show on Netflix. It's called The Midnight Gospel.
You're really hyping him up away from us. Like, what are you doing?
I love him. I listened to his podcast a bunch in 2020, and I haven't really since. But Eric and I went and saw him live at the Funny Bone in Destiny Saturday night.
Apparently Kevin Hart is coming.
To the Funny Bone?
I don't know about the Funny Bone, but to
I'm
somewhere.
good on that. Anyway, I didn't know what to expect because I never thought about this guy as a comedian before. But he's a comedian for sure. He was very funny, but he kept saying things that were just really true, and then I wasn't laughing, but everybody else was laughing, and I was just like, wait, but that's really true and terrifying. He was saying how we're addicted to our cell phones, and I think we all know that. Yes. But he's like, think about any other time in history when it was so socially accepted and so normal for everybody to be addicted to something. There used to be cocaine and coke, and everybody was addicted to cocaine, and that was normal. And he's like, this is that same thing, except it's way more accessible, and you always have access to it, and it's so normal.
Yeah. And it's so prevalent as well because it doesn't just stay within you. Like it reaches out and it affects other people as well.
Yes.
Like, I mean, the cyberbullying and everything. I mean, that's just like of course that's my go-to example because whatever. But what I'm saying is like it connects other people, and so like your addiction then draws other people into the addiction because you're texting someone else and they're now on their phone as well. You know, so it branches out and claws people in.
Yes, but it's not seen as a problem like substances are, but it is. And like, okay, I have, until that day, I will just be like, I don't get why people vape. I don't get it. Like, what is the hit that you're getting?
It's nicotine.
No, I know, but like, I'm like, I don't understand what the sensation could be. Because you're not like high, but it's like a buzz. I'm like, what is it? And then he said that we're addicted to our cell phones. And I thought about that night that TikTok was banned and I couldn't go on it. And I was trying to use Red Note and I wasn't getting the hit that I needed. Mm-hmm. And I thought about that night and how like infuriated I was, just like frustrated. I was just like in bed and I was just like off. I was just like angry. And I was like, I don't even necessarily go on TikTok every night, but I just wanted to and I needed to. And that's how I wanted to wind down and I couldn't. And I was just like mad. And
well, we've trained ourselves to rely on these things.
I get it. I get why people vape. I understand that. I get it. It just eases you just enough.
Yeah.
It's your little comfort thing. It's your routine. I get it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry I didn't understand before.
That's how I felt about like fan fiction. Like I would freak out if I couldn't read a fan fiction or if they weren't updating something fast enough. And I was like, okay, this is a really weird addiction that I need to kick right now. Thankfully I have. But now I don't know. I feel like there are definitely things that are fine to be addicted to. Well, I say addicted, but when your hobby is kind of gross, sorry. When they're not detrimental to you, you know, my addiction to fan fiction actually started becoming detrimental. Because I would put off getting ready for work and going to work. I would make myself late because I was reading these things. I was reading while driving. I was so addicted to it. So it was like super detrimental. But like now I've channeled all of that into my reading. Whereas I'm starting to wonder though if my reading is an addiction that is a problem because I put off a lot of things that I need to be doing. Like my apartment right now is a depression pit of absolute disgusting nonsense. It is awful. I have not cleaned my apartment in so long, and it's because literally yesterday, what was yesterday? Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday was the first day I've had off of like everything. I had nothing going on, no work, no nothing. First time that's happened in a really long time. And to most people, that's great. Oh, it's a day off. It's a day to relax. No, that is a day for me to rot. And I mean actually mesh myself into the couch and
have
rot.
Scheduled rotting sessions. Yeah.
No. It's so bad because I'm sitting in a complete disgusting pig pen, and instead of actually using the time wisely and cleaning anything, intruder alert, but instead of actually getting anything done, I literally sat in the corner of my couch and I read for 18 hours straight. Probably more.
Don't your eyes hurt?
No.
Reading makes my eyes hurt.
No. I mean, I'm so used to it that,
wow.
I mean, I did that. I did nothing but that. And then I would take like a few, 10 minutes here or there and take like a TikTok break. But then as soon, I'm also really bored with TikTok. I find myself immediately scroll. I'm like, it's more of like an addiction to the action of scrolling.
Well, don't you know
actually watching
that women have like some sort of thing in their thumb that when they go like this, it like releases a thing. It's just women. But
well, that's because we have practice with other things. That was so inappropriate. Oh my god!
What? Like hitchhiking?
Cut that out. Cut that out. We're not doing that.
I'm not editing this.
Oh my god. Moving on. Anyway, I saw a video of someone was like reading a cake box or a bake whatever, reading about, and they tried to scroll on the box. I've done that. I know I mentioned the fact that I tried to like blow on my phone.
Blow away a notification.
No, tried to scroll.
Oh, that's different.
I tried to use
I've
blowing
tried to-
as a scroll method.
I've tried to blow away notifications. I can't tell you, and this is bad, how many times recently where Eric is talking to me and I want to 2 times speed that one.
Oh my gosh. That was actually on my list. Why is my 2 times speed on TikTok my normal speed of all the
Yes, I need it all the time now. I wanted to do it to my professor today. I'm like,
Yeah.
faster, please. You're not getting to the point fast enough.
Mhm.
Thank you.
No, that's become a problem as well.
Well, I listen to audiobooks in 2 times speed.
Yeah. I don't blame you on that one. A lot of
Not-
people are just like,
not
that's so,
getting
that's,
through these 2 brain cells fast enough.
it's chaos.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
No, that's actually really becoming a problem. I have zero patience with people half the time if they're not talking fast enough. And especially because when they're talking about something that I already know, like when my clients come in and they're like motioning it, they're like, yeah, I have like tension and stress.
Stop.
up
You're
here.
making me
Do
itch.
you know? It's just, oh, it's like,
Ugh.
please get to the point. And I'm like, okay. And there is actually one client of mine that I rush along because she talks in circles about things that I can't, this is not a conversation. You're talking to yourself out loud in my presence and I can't do anything about it. And so I actually like half interrupt her and be like, okay, great. Then we're scheduled for this time. So I'll see you. And I'm just
Aw.
trying to rush her out the door. It's so awful. But I'm like, I cannot listen to you plan your week. I cannot listen to you like, oh, I have this place I have to go and I should
Yeah.
probably do that. I don't care. I don't care. Get out.
I've got a pet peeve being in school right now. I hate when somebody asks a question that was answered by the teacher 2 seconds ago.
That happens a lot on TikTok. We're shouting out TikTok a lot.
What do you mean
It's
on
my
TikTok?
halo. I'll see people like if you watch a video,
Oh,
you
the
have all your
question was
information.
answered?
The question was answered, or the comment was like, "Why didn't you just do that?" And like he literally just said he did this. Like,
Yes.
What did you not? Do not comment on videos until you've actually watched the whole thing, please. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yesterday we like the way that my professor has the lesson set up is she teaches a lesson and then we take a quiz in class. It's like 10 questions, multiple choice about what we just learned. And I actually really like that.
It's fresh.
It's fresh and it's relevant. And she was like, "All right, so you guys are going to do questions 1 through 5 and then for 6 through 10, I've got a video I'm going to show you and then you'll answer the questions on that." Tell me why 2 minutes later, professor, I don't understand number 6. She just said we had to watch a video on it. What do you mean? I hate that.
Yeah.
Where were you? And
Thank
I
you.
think sign language class honestly trained me. I just sit and stare at the professor the whole time. I just watch their mouth. I just watch them talk.
Mhm.
I'll write a little note if I want to, but I just pay attention the whole time.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
You know,
I have a hard time with audio. I'm definitely I do better with reading and everything. And so if someone's lecturing, I have a really hard time with just straight up lectures. I can't do just listening to someone talk. It's hard for me, which is hilarious considering we're doing that right here right now. So we're adding some video with it, which is a little bit better for me. But like
this is such uninteresting video though. Let me do
that's
something
the
cool.
thing. Like that's podcasts all.
That's
They're-
true.
they're nothing.
I'm never watching a podcast unless they go, "Oh my gosh, that was crazy," and I have to like go back and watch what just happened.
Yeah. No, this is what you get, folks.
You asked for this.
I was actually just
I
thinking
didn't.
about the fact that we might have to record at my house at some time because knowing that you're going to be coming over is the only way that I'm ever going to get my apartment clean.
You want to do that next week?
Are we recording next week?
You want to?
I thought it was what's it called? Editing
2
week,
weeks from now.
maybe. Sure. Next time we record, we might have to do it at my house, depending on what I got going on. Okay. Next thing is Aurora, the musician Aurora. She was in an interview and she quoted one of the most amazing things. I wish I could get it tattooed on my forehead. She said, and I quote, "We've created a society that does not fit people."
Yeah.
End quote. And I am obsessed with that. I love her. She is just an ethereal little fairy, and I just love
I
her.
don't know who that is.
She sings the Seed.
Is she the one with the hair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's amazing. She's just a magical little being, and I just absolutely adore her. And she said that, and I wanted to kill myself. It was so perfect. Yeah, we have created a society that does not fit people. And at the meet and greet that I had for work, I was talking to this one guy who is a counselor who's who specifically works with his work has evolved into being mostly focused on men. And I absolutely love that because we have created a society that men cannot express themselves and they cannot actually be the human beings that they are without being condemned for it in our society. And I think that is ridiculous. It's heartbreaking. And he has managed to create his business in a way that men can still hold their stoicism while being able to get all the vulnerable, figure things out and everything while still maintaining their I guess dignity that going to therapy somehow demeans men from. And it's just kudos to him and everything. Men, please feel your emotions. This place is please feel your emotions.
I'm scared.
Stop hoarding them to yourself. Like, get your emotions out, feel them to the fullest. Do what you got to do. This world is just ridiculous. We really truly society is just crazy. And that's actually why I really liked anthropology. Being able to kind of dive into other societies and methods and cultures that I had to keep telling myself that if it works for you, great. I know it won't work for me because I'm so cemented in the way of thinking. But if it works for you, great. And ethnocentrism and everything, I really had to work to set that aside. And it was such a fantastic class to take to work on doing that and to recognize that though your way of thinking, it's not better than other people's. It's simply different. It's really just different. So if it works for you, it works for you. Might not work for me. And that's why, I know if I travel anywhere outside of this country, a lot of other places have food delicacies that I would not be able to break down my own mindset to be able to try. Other places a delicacy is chocolate covered crickets. And I'm like,
you wouldn't try a cricket?
No, I cannot.
I would do a cricket. I'm vegetarian. What about a balut?
I have no idea what that is.
Balut is the fertilized duck egg. So it looks like an egg. It's an egg. But it ran a little bit of the course, if you will, and then they boil it. So there's a baby duck in there.
I don't think so.
But that's not even a delicacy. That is just like a street food.
An Irish black pudding.
Oh,
I'm
good on that.
Never.
I
could
on
never.
That one.
And again, that's just because our society does not have that on a regular basis. It's not something we can get used to. Over there, it's totally normal to them, and they're just like, yeah, that's fine. And it's like I think it's disgusting. It's not disgusting. It's different. It's just different. Anyway, I could go on forever about that.
You're gonna throw up at the sound of balut, but if you want to say it's not disgusting,
that's just something I don't.
I feel like I have a right to say it's disgusting because I would say that a regular egg is disgusting. I would say that eating meat is disgusting. I don't like any of it. So
okay.
It's not because it's balut, it's because it's an animal. Sorry.
Okay. So on my list, and then you can dive into the few things that you have real quick though. One negative thing is Fourth Wing. I'm over it. I will never read it. It is. That's the funny thing though, because Fourth Wing is exactly the type of book that I would usually be obsessed with. But the hype and the nonsense and the spoilers that I've seen all over TikTok, I have literally less than no interest in ever reading it. The show that is apparently coming out, probably won't watch it. I'm so over it. It's kind of crazy because it is exactly my type of book. But yeah, literally less than no interest. And then on a final good note, and again, this is only interesting to me. I know it, but I'm so excited about it. It's so stupid. This year is my year of the reread. I think I mentioned that before. No?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I have a ton of books that I absolutely love. And I was like, you know what? Instead of trying to find new books and being unhappy with them, whatever, I'm going to just spend this year and I'm going to reread all of my favorite series and all my favorite books that I have sitting on the shelves that I've been neglecting. So I'm rereading this year. And I had actually recommended this series to a friend of mine. And in recommending it to her, it kind of sparked oh man, I really want to reread it. So it is a series of books that I read for the first time. It's a teen series back in middle school called the Gallagher Girl Academy. And it's about just these girls that go to this super awesome spy school of a high school. And they use the first book is they use their super awesome spy skills to get a boy. So it's totally ridiculous. I say it's so juvenile and everything. It's really well written. But the plot line as far as that first book goes is I know it's pretty juvenile, but I absolutely still love it. The second book introduces a few more characters and a few more little plot points that are this is super intriguing. third book is when the legitimate plot comes in, like an actual like. Oh, we're not posting that on there. Okay, like an actual terrorist group and everything comes into play. And the
She
actual,
thought we were on TikTok live.
yeah, I had to think about it for a second.
We can say whatever we want. Screw you, TikTok.
Yeah. That's when the actual plot kicks in, and these books actually start getting really dark. There's some really dark plot points in this
Wow.
that are really impressive, and it's really well written and everything. Like I said, it's a teen book. I read it for the first time way back in middle school, which was 10,000 years ago. But as an almost 30-year-old woman now, I read them again, and I seriously thoroughly enjoyed them. Not even a nostalgia factor, but just genuinely enjoyed them as they are. So I highly recommend anybody read them. They're really, really good. But anyway, this is a long story I'm making very long, I know. But like I said, had these since middle school. I bought the first book in paperback, so I was going to continue the rest of the series in paperback. Got the second book, but for some odd reason, the second book's paperback was printed in a different way than the first one. They were just different materials, different weights, different sizes. It was very weird. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. I'm going to go ahead and continue the rest of the series in hardback and buy the first two in hardback as well, just so I can get more consistency and have it a little bit more guaranteed. So I rebought the first book in hardback, rebought the second book in hardback, but the second book I bought off of online or whatever, and so I didn't actually see what I was getting. And so when the second book came, rather than it being a hardback with a dust cover around it, the cover of it was embossed on the hardback. So it was still a different type of copy. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. There's a word for it. I forget what it is, but like rather than having a dust cover, it's actually on the book itself.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to buy a third book of this thing. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But I kind of just put it off, and it was driving me crazy because I'm looking at them on my shelves and they're not all lined up, and like I have to have them all the same. And so that one was just not right, and it was driving me crazy. So as I'm rereading it this year, I was like, okay, now I really legitimately have to get the right hardback for it. So I get online to find it, but then I checked with the other books and I realized that I actually had all first editions of the other books. And I was like, these are not rare books. They're not worth anything. But it was just a little bit of like information that I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I have all first edition. So obviously I need to get this second book in first edition as well. So I had to go to eBay and I found it on there. Like I said, they're not rare or anything. They're not worth anything. So it was like $10. And this is such a long, stupid story. And again, I know it's only interesting to me, but it came in the mail and I opened it up and I got so freaking giddy. It was like a middle schooler all over again on Christmas morning. And I was so stinking excited. I was like, I have all first editions of this entire series that I'm completely obsessed with. I highly recommend it, folks. That was such a long, stupid story, but it was meaningful to me. And this is my podcast. Sorry, our podcast. Be gone, Mary Grace. This is the Danielle Show.
The Danielle Show featuring Danielle and Danielle.
And Danielle again.
Starring Danielle.
Written and co-produced by Danielle.
Edited by Danielle. Produced by Danielle.
Yeah. No, I know it was like super stupid long story, but like it was, I'm still like all excited about it and everything. So, okay.
That's so great.
I just wanted to end on a really good note for me. What do you got? What do you got? Moving on. Nobody wants to listen to me anymore. You had the three things.
All right, so I asked Snapchat if they had any advice, and here's what we got. This is going to be so disappointing because I looked at them. Number 1. Are you looking for a relationship?
If you had actually watched all of our other ones, you would know.
Or if you just look at anything I post ever, no.
Yeah.
Thank gosh. Thank goodness.
She is locked and loaded in that relationship
department. And I will
department.
say, I've never had to look.
Okay, wait, what?
They just find me.
Oh my gosh.
I've never been like looking. Like, you know when people are like in their 30s, like in Seinfeld and Friends, and they're like just like going on dates like every day?
Yeah. They just fall into your lap.
I've never been like looking for a relationship. Like, oh my god, I'm
flock to
single
you.
and I'm freaking out.
They just flock to you.
It
You're
just happened.
so awesome.
It just has always happened.
She's just too awesome.
I smell
Wait for it.
Blech.
Nope, it's not. Not loaded yet. Okay, moving on.
All right, number 2. Talk about the political and economic state of the world right now.
All right. Guess it's the Danielle Show again. I got this. No.
That's basically our whole thing. It's like half of our thing. The other half is poop and farts.
Yeah, it's me taking over the politics, Mary Grace not having a thing to say about it, and then me regretting it. And I'm like, I got to edit that out. Okay. That's pretty much it.
True.
That's pretty much it.
Number 3. Have you this is not the question I just need to ask you. Have you ever played Angry Birds?
Have I ever played?
You're familiar with Angry Birds?
I'm familiar with it. I don't know if I've actually legitimately played.
The third question is and on that note,
It's been grand, folks. We
I'm
hope
so
you enjoyed
sorry.
it. I certainly enjoyed this. After our 3 attempts,
We'll get better at this, and then it'll be like how our audio podcast is now, and it'll be much smoother and cooler.
we will
and-
eventually become legitimate professionals who know what they're doing.
Oh, I forgot to tell you what my professor said the other day. So in my media writing class,
I feel like these are supposed to be the other way. Did we try that before?
the other way.
Like instead of this being
Yeah,
up,
we did try that.
we
and
tried it the
You
other
said
way?
it wouldn't work. I forget why though. We can try it next time. These
these are just so obnoxious.
we can try so many times. We got so many opportunities.
Anyway, I'm so sorry
We'll
to
try.
interrupt. I'm sorry.
You're okay. It's okay. It's a
Professor?
Danielle show. My professor for media writing, he was like, so we've got 3 sections of the semester. The first one is like audio, radio, podcasts, writing for them. The second one's writing for live TV, and then the third one's writing for like TV and movies.
Are you shouting us out there? All of your fellow students
No.
should be following us by now.
Whenever I fill out like an about me for the professor, they're like, "What are your hobbies?" I'm like, "I do a podcast." But
And what is it? Just crickets, or does anybody ask? Do the follow-up questions on that?
I have said it out loud in like a couple classes. I'll be like, I have a podcast that I don't think anybody cares. Well, anyway,
No, I'd be advertising that stuff like crazy. I have a podcast. It's called My Aunt's Attic. You can find it on literally everything.
I know I gotta start posting it around
Yeah.
school.
We gotta
Anyway.
make stickers.
You're right. He was talking about different types of media and like writing for them, and he was like, out of these 3 categories, if you guys are interested in like continuing on, you want to put dinner on the table, TV and movies, that's where it's at. If you want to start a podcast, he's like, everybody has a podcast. He goes, I'm not saying you shouldn't, and some of you will. Some of you will go home and start a podcast because everybody can. And that's why like it's going nowhere basically.
No,
is
but the
what he
thing
said.
is, I saw something that said like 80% of podcasts stop after like the first few episodes because they realize that either you're not good at it or they don't have the commitment to it, like whatever. Most podcasts, just like businesses, like most businesses fail after the first 60 days or something.
But
And
it's
guess
hard
what? We're
because we're
going on
not-
like 3 years. So,
but we're not nepos. Pet peeve. Nepo babies.
well, I think that actually, all right, we're going to toot our own horn here for a second. I actually think our commitment to our podcast, the
Yeah.
fact that we're not Nepo babies, the fact that we're not instantly famous, the fact that we've been doing this for almost 3 years and we have like 1 repetitive listener and that we're still doing it, I think that shows a lot of commitment and loyalty to what we're doing.
I think
the
it's
fact that
great on
we're-
a resume too.
I think it's just awesome because we recognize how awesome we are and we're going to share that with the world, whether whether they're ready for us or not. Like, here we are.
You aren't ready for our poop stories. You're not ready for them. You've never heard poop stories like these.
And we've got them. We got a lot. We got them locked and loaded too. We really
Someone
do.
make a compilation of every time I've said I'm gonna poop in 12 seconds.
I saw the new episode was like untitled. We need to go through that. And figure out
Oh,
a title.
it's because I like uploaded it and I haven't even scheduled or anything.
Oh, okay.
I was waiting. I think I was like waiting for it to upload and I like.
Do you
walked
have
away.
a name for it, or should I listen through it again and figure something out?
Isn't it the? It's not the belly button one, is it?
Oh, maybe.
It might be belly button. It's just untitled.
Oh, okay. Are you eating?
What are we gonna call this?
Oh, I gotta go.
Long story long. Oh, okay. And just like that, she was gone with the wind.
Yeah, my aunt's asking if I'm gonna be there for dinner. Dude. What? On to pierogies. Give me a pierogi.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna eat pierogies. We'll talk at you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. I saw another comedian the other night, and He finishes set and he goes, "Okay, bye," and he walks off the
Just walked
stage.
off. I love it.
It was
I love
so
it.
good.
That's great.